Good evening. If you have the Bible with you, please turn to 1 Samuel chapter 13, beginning in verse 8. Now, at the time of this scripture, Saul had been king for 2 years, and he was stationed in Gilgal, preparing to face the Philistine army. And the text reads, beginning in verse 8, he waited 7 days, the time appointed by Samuel, but Samuel did not come to Gilgal, and the people were scattering from him. So Saul said, bring the burnt offering here to me, and the peace offerings. And he offered the burnt offering. As soon as he had finished offering the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came. And Saul went out to meet him and greet him. Samuel said, what have you done? My friends, for the time that has been allotted to me, I would like to tell the story of a clock. And I would like to speak around the simple subject, what will you do with your time? Now let's begin this story at 3 o'clock. And let's call 3 o'clock the time of selfishness. Now, Samuel's response, what have you done, in verse 11, is not Samuel criticizing Saul for making the sacrifice. Rather, it is Samuel's disappointment in Saul's motive. Saul's motive was selfishness. The only reason that Saul gave the burnt offering was because, 1, his men were scattering. 2, the Philistine army was quickly approaching. And 3, he felt as though he was losing control of the situation at hand. We can compare this to Genesis 3:13. After Adam and Eve ate up the fruit of the tree, God responded, what have you done? And Adam and Eve, as a result of selfishness, were dismissed from the Garden of Eden. And Saul's punishment was not allowing his kingdom to be established forever. But there comes a time when we must change the clock, turn the clock from me, myself, and I, to make it God and community. The writer of Ecclesiastes in chapter 2 ends verse 11 by saying, after all the things that I've worked so hard to accomplish, it was all meaningless. And if you'll notice in verses 1 through 10, he used the words I, myself, and me more than 20 times. So we must change the clock from I, myself, and me to God and community. Malcolm X, when he was in prison, turned the clock. He was in prison as a result of selfishness, but when he came out, he lived selflessly. He committed himself to changing Negroes and African Americans and liberating minds of all black people. Martin Luther King Jr., Fannie Lou Hamer, Rosa Parks, Ralph Abernathy, they all knew that it was time to turn the clock. And at 6 o'clock, we call this time the dawn of a new day. These men and women lived selflessly. They did not just live for themselves, but for the people of that era and for you and me today. Rosa Parks sat so that Martin Luther King could walk. And Martin Luther King walked so Barack Obama could run. But today, many of us fool ourselves by believing Obama's presidency is the sunset after the dawn of the new day. But if Obama's presidency is the dawn of a new day, if Obama's presidency is the sunset after the dawn of a new day, then that means that we can all go to sleep now. But how can we sleep when a grand jury justifies the actions of two police officers murdering Devin Crawford III? John Crawford III at Walmart. So my friends, what is your motivation of action? Is it selfishness or selflessness? For if you do not use the time that you have selflessly, before you know it, the midnight hour bell will ring and it will be too late. So I encourage you all to live selflessly and not selfishly. Thank you.
We invite you to join the Martin Luther King Jr. International Chapel Assistance every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. for services in King Chapel. Gather with us on Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. for Theological Table Talk in the Lucian Tobin Library. Till we gather again, God be with you.